Thank you, Dr. Grago. I would like to thank the ASCO organization committee to invite me to join the meeting. So I'm Liwashi from Sun Yat-sen University Cancer Center. It's my great honor to present our finding in this press program. Chapter 2 is the first international randomized placebo-controlled double-blind phase 3 trial of toripalimab in combination with gemcitabine plus cisplatin for the first-line treatment of recurrent or metastatic nasopharyngeal carcinoma, also known as NPC. Next, please. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. So as you are aware, NPC is endemic in southern China and Southeast Asia. Gemcitabine plus cisplatin is the standard first-line therapy for recurrent or metastatic nasopharyngeal carcinoma, but there remains an unmet medical need to improve the prognosis in these patients. Toripalimab is the first anti-PD-1 antibody that was approved for the third-line treatment of NPC in China with durable response and a tolerable safety profile. So we designed this trial to evaluate GP regimen in combination with toripalimab or placebo as first-line treatment in patients with NPC. Next slide, please. So here is the study design. Patients with primary metastatic or recurrent NPC were randomized 1-to-1 to receive either toripalimab or placebo plus GP for up to 6 cycles, followed by toripalimab or placebo as maintenance. The primary endpoint is PFS assessed by a blinded independent review committee. The secondary endpoint included the overall survival PFS by the investigator, ORR, DOR, and so on. From November 2018 to October 2019, a total of 408 patients were screened at 35 sites in mainland China, Taiwan, and Singapore, and 289 were randomized. Next slide, please. Here's the efficacy result. A significant improvement in PFS was detected for toripalimab arm compared to the placebo arm. The hazard ratio was 0.52 and the p-value was 0.003. The median PFS was 11.37 months versus 8 months, a 3.7-month improvement. The 1-year PFS rate was 49% versus 28%, a 21% improvement. Since the overall survival was not mature at the interim analysis, and 9 months after interim analysis, we observed a 40% reduction in risk of death in the toripalimab arm than the placebo arm. Next slide, please. This is a safety overview for the study. Similar instance of all adverse events, grade 3 or above AEs, infusion reactions, and fatal AEs were found between 2 arms. The most common AEs were hematological toxicity, which were mainly attributed to the GP chemotherapy regimen. The instance for immune-related AE, such as hypothyroidism, were higher in the toripalimab arm, which were expected and manageable for immunotherapy. Next slide, please. Here is the conclusion for the JUPITER-2 study. From this first international trial, we can see the addition of toripalimab to GP regimen as a first-line treatment for NPC showed better PFS OS than chemotherapy alone. The combination was safe and no new safety signals were found. This result support the use of toripalimab in combination with GP regimen as a new standard care for first-line treatment of recurrent or metastatic nasopharyngeal carcinoma. Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Xu. Nasopharyngeal carcinoma is a significant public health problem, particularly in East and Southeast Asia. This is one of the first studies in metastatic or recurrent nasopharyngeal carcinoma to show a benefit of the combination of a PD-1 inhibitor with chemotherapy. Toripalimab is currently approved in China for several indications, including, as Dr. Xu indicated, the third-line setting for metastatic nasopharyngeal carcinoma. In the US, it's received breakthrough therapy designation by the US FDA for recurrent metastatic nasopharyngeal carcinoma, as well as fast track and orphan drug status for other cancer types. With FDA approval, these findings should prove to be practice changing.